So is it, they say, when it comes to brides, you need something old, something new, something borrowed, something blue?
Yes.
Well, I'm old and blue, and I think we've got everything else covered.
Yes,
with the jewelry.
We are going to feature an incredible collection of bridal perfection. So here we are about to feature a collection of jewelry called Bridal Perfection. I'm Jenna.
I'm Anthony.
And we are going to cover anything and everything when it comes to blue and sparkly.
We have got some just beautifully delicate pieces, lovely pastel shades.
Yes.
I mean, it really is. I mean, we're saying bridal perfection. It doesn't have to be bridal.
No.
But, I mean, these pieces really would look so good for that.
Yes, they would. I mean, I think we have some beautiful aquamarines, and we've got some killer diamond rings. Can I bring one out?
You can. Let's
Jump
start
right
off with
into
our
it?
first piece then.
Okay, our first piece is going to be the most ornate piece that we have in the entire show. And this is a piece of our Aquarius collection done in rose gold.
So, if you want to find out more about the Aquarius collection, how do you do that? Well, it's very simple. You head to effyjewelry.com. In the search bar at the top, you type in Aquarius, and it will bring up all these pieces, and there's dozens and dozens of pieces in the Aquarius collection. If you like this particular piece, the web ID that's on the screen right now, that relates to this particular piece. So if you type that into the search bar, this piece will be the first one that actually comes up. If you click onto that, you can then find out more about the actual piece itself, and then if you like it, you can add it to your cart, and then when you go to checkout, you'll get a fabulous deal.
Yes, and we have an extra discount running because it's just before Valentine's Day. So we still have our Valentine's Day discount running on everything on effyjewelry.com. So you're looking at discounts on our regular collection, our final call pieces, and our Effy value pieces, which never have a discount. But right now at effyjewelry.com, yes, you get a discount.
But enough about discounts. Look at the beauty.
I know, isn't it incredible?
I mean, that's so pretty.
That is an aquamarine, pear-shaped aquamarine with the brilliant faceting on the bottom.
Mm-hmm.
And then it's done in a gorgeous rose gold with round, brilliant white diamond accents. I mean, this thing just glitters.
I mean, that is so pretty.
And what's really amazing, now keep in mind, Effy Jewelry, if you haven't shopped with us before, we're the largest jewelry manufacturer in North America. Now, normally, if you wanted to shop in one of our boutiques, we're scattered all throughout the globe and on all of the major cruise ships.
Yeah, we're on about 100 different ships. We're the biggest name in jewelry in the cruise industry. So
Yes.
if you cruise, you've probably come across Effy before. If you've never cruised, you may have found us in some of the tropical ports up in Alaska or...
And we're in
all
mainstream
over the place.
stores across America as
We
well.
are, yeah.
I mean, all of North America.
Yeah.
So there are other places that you would see Effy. It's just that when you shop directly with us, you have an incredible opportunity to save money.
That's a
But
good
when
thing.
it comes to design, which is where I was originally going with this conversation, was when you look at the design of this particular piece, I think it's really unique. And this is where our 40 years of experience comes from. And you can really start to see it kind of pierce through in our design work, is those diamonds that come down the shoulders in the rose gold, they're bezel set. So you can really, they kind of highlight the shape of that round, brilliant diamond. But then in terms of like extra detail, just on the underside, on the gallery of the ring, you can see that that white gold is very open and airy, which is going to maximize the beauty and the brilliance of this incredible aquamarine.
Okay, we need to move on. The show's around about 20 minutes long. We've got 10 pieces to show you in that time. So it's quick and...
Rapid fire.
Rapid fire.
All right, so this next piece that we have now, this is a definite
This is lovely.
statement piece
Yeah.
of jewelry. Now, this right here is a gorgeous emerald cut aquamarine ring. Now, it's more of a standalone piece. It doesn't have any of the accents of diamonds going around the center stone,
No.
but it still maintains that design element of maximizing that aquamarine's beauty of having that open underside gold work to allow the light through that underside of the stone.
Well, you can see here, I mean, you've got the diamonds on the shoulders, but then
Yeah.
you've got this ornate work on that gallery, and you can see light can enter that stone from all angles.
Yes,
It really
I mean,
can.
and that's what gives it this incredible, like, glisten and sparkle. I mean, you just see the way
so
that the light...
pure looking.
Yeah, it's a very clean stone, a very clean design, and I think it's just a very elegant piece, whether you're wearing this at your wedding or to a wedding or just because you love it. I mean, aquamarines are very beautiful stones to wear.
Aquamarines always remind me of like the clearest, shallowest waters in the Caribbean.
Yeah.
So when you have that pure white sand and just the thinnest layer of water, it has this wonderful, just slight blue tint to it.
Pristine.
Just, oh, it's fabulous. And jewelry's a great way of encapsulating memories, I
Absolutely.
find as well.
Well, and I think that this is just, it's a very substantial piece. I mean, people are going to notice it, but because it's light, because it's airy, it's not like a big boulder necessarily. It's not gaudy in any way. It's just a big rock of a gemstone on your
super
hand.
sophisticated.
Yes.
Really, it really is. I mean, this is something that people will admire.
Yeah,
whether it's close up or
absolutely.
from a distance, they will see this.
Now, the easiest way to find this ring, again, this is in the Aquarius collection, but you just have to punch in the web ID that you see on the screen at effyjewelry.com. Now, as far as that extra discount that we have running because of our Valentine's Day special that still applies right now, that you don't need a discount code for that. All you need to do is basically take the jewelry that you want, put it in your cart, put it in your basket, and then when you go to check out, you'll see the final price, but it is a very generous discount.
It's got to be worth it. Even if you're just curious what the discount is, put it in your basket, go to check out. You don't have to complete the checkout, that's the thing. But when you see the savings, you probably will.
Absolutely. Now, there is a matching pendant to this particular ring, and I'm wearing
you're wearing it? Okay.
Yes. And you see how beautiful, like, I mean, this is, again, a big aquamarine stone. It has a really beautiful halo of sparkle and diamonds around it. But it just has a very simple presence. I think it has a glitter and an elegance. It's not overpowering.
No.
It's a perfect something blue.
Once again, the colour, it just, for me, aquamarine is such a great colour. It's nothing too strong. And that's the nice thing, if you're looking to wear it with different outfits, it's not one overpowering strong colour. This is something that will go with so many different outfits that you may have. But it's just delicate and light and pretty. And you can't go wrong with something like this. The design's not overly fussy with this either.
Yeah.
It's just a great, simple piece of jewelry, but executed perfectly. It is just, the craftsmanship that goes into this is really top notch.
Well, and that's something, you know, when it comes to shopping for Effy jewelry, you know, when Mr. Effy started, you know, he had a passion for design, passion for quality, and that has never been compromised through the 40 years. And the one thing that really put us on the map in the jewelry industry originally was our work with colored gemstones. Now, we have a bunch of different colored gemstone collections that you'll see at effyjewelry.com, our most popular being the watercolors collection. But the thing about us and colored gemstones is we know how to do color. We know how to set those gemstones, regardless of which gemstone it is, to maximize its natural beauty, which is exactly what we've done in these pieces.
It is. So if you're tempted, jot down that web ID and that will take you to the website, to the particular page for this, and then you can pop it in your basket.
Yes.
Okay, let's move on.
Now, I want to touch on these earrings that I have on because, you know I'm a big fan of diamond studs. I think it's a basic. I think every woman should have a great pair of diamond studs because they're a staple. They frame your face. They always work.
Yes.
Diamond studs are a must-have. But once you have the diamond studs, then you can start to mix it up. But I still think there's so many variations of a stud earring that are as diverse as diamond studs, just like these right here. They have a really beautiful faceting pattern, and then they have a halo of white diamond accents on the outside. So they have a very substantial presence when you wear them, but they have a little bit of a different look than just a traditional stud earring.
I like these a lot. For me, personally, I think these are more appealing than just a simple stud. I mean, everybody has different tastes. Don't necessarily take my but I just like the fact that it's still quite a clean, crisp design, which you would get with normal
That's a great word.
Diamond studs. But with this, you've just got that element, that slight element of color, which really lifts it for me. And especially if you're partnering it up. Because here's the thing, if you go to effyjewelry.com, when you click on a particular piece, quite often it will suggest pieces that are similar. I mean, if you type Aquarius into the search bar, you're going to see lots and lots of pieces. All of them pretty much, because they're in the same collection, kind of work with each other. So you might want to build a collection. It doesn't have to be completely matchy-matchy, as we say, but if it has certain similar elements, then it can work really well as well.
Now, in the Aquarius collection, there are other pieces that aren't as big and substantial. I mean, Aquamarine, it's always fun to go big because it's one of the more affordable gemstones out there. But if you want something that's not huge, it's not a big statement piece, we do have really beautiful pieces that look kind of simple but elegant.
This is a perfect example of that.
It's a gorgeous cushion cut aquamarine. It has incredible. Now, this is what's unique about this particular ring is it actually has. Look at that. Can you see from the side there? It actually has a dome to it, and there's a facet matrix all the way across the top of the stone. So that's why you get. And every one of those facets acts like a little mirror. So light hits it at a different angle and shoots off sparkle and brilliance in different directions.
Looks so good,
Isn't that
doesn't
incredible?
it?
Yeah,
I love,
really
particularly with this, how the shoulders almost come together to a point.
Yeah.
It gives it a real delicacy to the design, almost that it's just two little pincers holding that central stone in place.
Almost like it's floating-ish. Like
Almost, yeah.
And it just has a really, again, simple design, but instead of just having like a basic cut of an aquamarine in there, took it to the next level, added that kind of, what would you call it, narrowing of the shoulders to give it something, has the airy underneath to get the light under the stone, and then you have that facet across the top that just sets a stone on another level.
That's the thing. With a stone like this, you want light to come in from all sides.
Yes.
That's why they raise it up in the gallery so
Yeah.
that light can hit from all angles. And that's what gives the stone life and sparkle and brilliance.
Yeah.
Fabulous. Love it.
Okay, should we move on?
I think we should. Let's do it.
You know what we get to talk about next?
Diamonds.
Yes, we get to talk about diamonds.
Oh, this is the ring now. This is a ring that I particularly like because it's exactly the same as a ring I bought for somebody once.
Isn't it beautiful?
I didn't know about a huge amount. This is, how many years is this going back now? A long, like 20 plus years.
Okay.
It's a long time ago.
So you
since
had
I
good
bought the ring.
taste even back then.
Well, I actually went to a friend of mine who was a jewelry expert and I said, look, I want to buy a ring for somebody as a birthday present.
Mm-hmm.
What do you suggest? Because I honestly don't know much. And he suggested channel set band ring like this. And I was like, yeah, I like the look of that. I like the simplicity. It's not too fancy because I didn't know whether the girl was going to like it or not. But, you know, she did. She loved it. But that was the thing. It was something that you could buy with confidence because most people, I think, would appreciate a ring like this.
Oh, absolutely. It's definitely one of the most traditional looks. You really do have a stream of channel set diamonds all the way across the top. And I think, like you were saying, it's something that pretty much everybody likes, but it's also anybody can wear it. You know, it doesn't matter what your lifestyle is, this style of ring works. And the diamonds are very protected. They're in that channel set, which means there's not a lot of prongs next to each stone, which allows more light to get under the diamond, reflect off that white gold, and shoot through the top. So, I mean, that's part of the brilliance behind this classic look, which is why it's so popular.
Yeah.
Now, when it comes to shopping for this ring, you may be able to find similar styles, but when it comes to shopping with this particular design at the Effy Jewelry website, you're going to be getting exceptional value for your money. And keep in mind that when you're shopping in the jewelry industry, it is a known fact. The closer to the source that you can buy a piece of jewelry, the better value you're going to get for your money.
Effy is America's largest jewelry manufacturer. Think about how many stones we buy.
Mountains.
I mean, it's
that's what I envision. Mountains.
so much. And obviously, it's like with anything. The more you buy, the cost per unit comes down. So we were able to get the stones at a lower price than many other jewelry companies that are smaller. We can then pass those savings on to you.
Yeah.
And that's the great thing.
Yeah, and the fact right now that you can shop from the comfort of your own home, you can look at classic designs like this that are appropriate for anniversaries, for gifts, for weddings. I mean, you can find timeless pieces of jewelry at an exceptional price, especially with that extra discount when you check out.
All right, so head to effyjewelry.com or click on one of the tabs that you can find while you're watching along on Facebook or Instagram.
Are you ready for some design brilliance?
Yes.
I'm going to blow your mind right now. Because this ring made me like, wow. Okay, you ready?
I'm ready.
Okay, it's going to take a minute to explain how spectacular this ring is because there's so many elements that are spectacular about this ring.
Okay, well, I'm going to look at that and say, well, that looks like an amazing solitaire stone.
I know. See? Can you see it when you look close?
Well, we're looking really closely there, but you have to look really, really close because
Really close.
it's not until you go super, super close that you see that it's actually metal around the outside, the white gold, with this kind of,
It's like a riveted facet.
yeah, it's like a zigzag of gold all the way around, which from a distance, well, not even that far from the
No,
middle, it looks like facets.
It looks like a huge diamond solitaire. But the way that we've set it with that high polish and that differentiation of angles and height, you get this, it's almost like an extension of the sparkle of the
It does.
solitaire.
It makes the stone just look twice the size.
Brilliant.
Clever.
Okay, but wait, it gets better. Look at the side of the ring. There's a diamond set on the other side.
We can see it on this rotating close-up now.
Isn't that
There you go,
incredible?
look
So
at
on
that.
each side of the diamond solitaire, there's two little bezel set stones just to like elevate that designer kind of look.
Because one diamond simply isn't enough.
Not when you can have more.
Obviously, because the stone itself is smaller than it looks, the price you pay is smaller than you would expect for the look.
Like insane value for your money.
Well, here's diamonds price exponentially. The bigger you go, the price just skyrockets because they become much, much more rare. So if you can create that look with a smaller stone, why wouldn't you? Even from this distance, if you're looking at your finger, you'd be hard pushed to tell, I think, that that's not just a simple stone.
Oh, absolutely. And you could, I mean, even when you're thinking of wearing it, if you were going to wear it as a wedding ring or an engagement ring, that ring that we just had previously would be a perfect piece to go with it.
Yes, it would.
You can make a whole set.
Once again,
diamonds are my thing. So
any excuse. All right, let's move on to our next piece.
Okay,
then.
so now this is definitely more of a show-stopping style.
Okay.
It has a big solitaire, but it has that same style. So that same brilliant, and look at this one, you can't even tell.
Wow.
I know.
Is that doing the same
Yeah,
thing?
same thing. So the diamond solitaire in the middle has that same like high polished setting that goes around the outside to give it, it's almost like giving it extra mirrors to shoot through that center stone.
Honestly, I mean, you look at that. I mean, it's hard to tell.
I know, it's spectacular. And then you have the big halo, right? And these diamonds are prong set, the halo of diamonds, so you get maximum brilliance there. And then you got the 2 rows of diamonds that shoot off down the shoulders. But I mean, this is a big ring. I mean, this is a very big piece.
That's a big diamond look.
Yes, it is.
And don't forget as well, you're getting exceptional pricing on this right now. All you have to do is go to effyjewelry.com, type in the web ID that you can see on the screen. That will bring this piece up. But when you add it to your cart, when you go to checkout, that price you're going to see is just going to be...
It's crazy.
For this look, remember, you're paying for a look that is bigger than it actually is, but that doesn't matter. It's if you can get away with having smaller stones, but they still look bigger, take advantage of the price that you pay.
And keep in mind that it's Effy jewelry. I mean, you're getting a designer ring, a designer diamond ring. I mean, that's a whole nother league of jewelry. All right, you ready for the next one?
Yeah.
It just keeps getting, I get more excited because there's just bigger and more diamonds.
Okay.
Okay, here we go. Da-da-da. Now, this is a different style. Now, this ring, when it comes up over your hand, it almost like swirls together. But what you have here is 2 different diamond cuts in combination, which gives you a contrast of sparkle.
Okay.
So 2 different types of sparkle, essentially, in one ring.
So you've got the brilliant cut, which are in the center and obviously on the outer strands. But then those inner bands, they have the baguette cut stones that are channel set by the looks of things.
Which baguettes in any piece of jewelry elevates the level of sophistication in a design, for sure.
Do you know what it reminds me? It's like 2 hands just holding it like
that. That's a good way of putting it. Yeah, it's just a really, I think it's a beautiful ring. It kind of has like a floral feel to me,
a little bit,
more whimsical.
That
it definitely has a little bit more of a designer. It's not that solitaire style. It has definitely a design element to it. What's really great though is it's really not that high setting of a ring.
No, so very wearable.
Yeah, so even though it's, I mean, look how big it is, from like top looking down, I mean, it's going to take up a lot of room on your finger.
Yeah.
But very, very wearable, very, very practical. So,
if you're tempted by this, you love that clean, crisp look of white diamonds, white metal, this is a great ring. Obviously, if you love diamonds, but maybe this isn't your style, you can always check out more at effyjewelry.com. If you just type in diamonds, there'll be so many different pieces.
Pages and
literally.
Which color diamond do you want? Because we have diamonds in every color.
Yeah.
Yes, endless options there. Okay.
There really is. Okay.
Are you ready?
Final piece.
This is it. This is like the exclamation point at the end of the show.
Okay.
It is one big diamond ring. Wow. Look at this.
Now that, I have to say, has definitely got the wow factor to it.
Absolutely. And what's really amazing is you have so much. I mean, when I'm even wearing it on my hand, like I can definitely feel the diamond, the weight, and how substantial this ring is.
It's a showstopper.
Oh, yeah.
Look at this. This is incredible.
This is a big diamond ring.
So if you're a big fan of diamonds, as I know Jenna is, and many of you are as well, then this is something that you should really consider, because not only do you have that central cluster of stones, you then have that halo around the outside, diamonds onto the shoulders. This is just diamond, 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 diamond.
And I will tell you that wearing this particular ring, compared to the others, which are all lovely, but when I wear this, like, you feel this ring on your hand. Like, this is like this is like a boulder.
Well, it does stand a little bit taller off the finger.
Yeah, no, it definitely does. But I mean, I think it has to. Yeah. There's so much more diamonds in it.
Well, exactly.
Yeah, but it is comfortable. I mean, the way that the gallery is done on the underside is very smooth. So it's a very easy ring to wear, even though it is a little bit taller. It's still not something, I wouldn't be worried about wearing that. I don't think it would necessarily get caught on anything. No. But I do think that, you know, it's a ring that when you wear it, you know you're wearing it.
Yeah.
I love it.
It's funny because stones like that, you just find yourself staring into them.
How could you not?
I mean, look at that close up. It just, as you move your finger around just a little bit, you can see that sparkle.
Well, and it's so much sparkle.
Yeah.
I mean, it's hard to keep up with how much brilliance is coming off of this ring. I feel like it could be like a flashlight in like a dark theater.
It is pretty incredible.
Yeah.
And that's the thing, you know, we have those simple designs that we looked at before, that simple channel set ring. Very lovely. But if you want something that is a little bit more decadent, then something like this really ticks the boxes. But it's still, price-wise, once again, because we are the manufacturer, we source the diamonds ourselves, we design it ourselves, we make it ourselves, we sell it directly to you. You can imagine we cut out a lot of middlemen in that process. So by doing that, we can keep that price much lower and you get a better deal for your diamonds.
Yep, much better value for your money.
All right. That sadly is it.
That is it. That is all of our bridal perfection in terms of what we're featuring in the show. That being said, that discount that we were talking about is good through Valentine's Day, and it's good towards anything at effyjewelry.com. So, I mean, please, there's a beautiful diamond bouquet collection. There's the novelty collection. I mean, there's just, it's like endless. So
Jewelry bridal perfection. All I've got to do now is find the perfect bride. I'm going to keep on searching one day. Who knows? Until then, take care, and we will see you next time.